Hello everyone, this is Dr. Swapnil Chandratra here again. Our today's video is very important video for those who are planning to come here to Germany and those also who are in the process for coming here to Germany. So if you haven't still liked these videos or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe that first, because there will be some very powerful videos will be coming in future which you will find in nowhere. So please subscribe this channel. So our today's topic is how to become a dentist or doctor in Germany. So a pathway to coming to here in Germany is pretty straightforward, but it is also very confusing because there is no clear-cut guidance, there is no clear-cut data which can guide you and suggest you that okay, you go with this way and you will get that. The reason for this is because what happens is that whenever we plan to go to any countries, any developed countries, we try to find the other doctors or other dentists who have already been here, who have passed through the process. Okay, so in other countries, like you compare with Germany, then you can say with USA or UK or Australia, there are so many doctors here who are here for decades, maybe 2, 3, 4 decades before. So because of this long process, this government is now used to with the process. Since last decade, they have fixed rules that you have to follow and you have to come accordingly. So you will find all the details about it. But for Germany, it is not there because it is relatively new. So let's go back to the point where it all started. Germany opened their door for doctors and dentists around 2014 and 15 years time. Okay, during that time, those doctors or dentists who have come here will tell you the entire different process, because at that time the rules were not fixed. Germany has total 16 different states and all states were reacting differently. Some were taking exams, some were not taking exams, some were giving approval directly. Because of that, the process was quite easy. So if you try to follow that, you will not find any answer. Then in around 2017 times, German government has made, medical council and dental council has made some rules regarding how to become dentist or doctor in Germany. They have decided, all the states have decided to take these and these exams and this and this documentation. So these rules are still right now applicable during this process and you will have to follow that same rules. But before Corona time, the pathway to enter to Germany had so many loopholes. So doctors and dentists were coming here with so many different ways and so many easy ways. Some doctors were coming here on the base of a hospitation visa. Now what is a hospitation? Hospitation is nothing but observantship. So you will have to apply with your documents to some hospitals and they will give you hospitation for 6 months, and you apply with that visa and you will get a 6 months visa or 3 months visa. Depending on that, you come here, you get all the documentation process done, you get your approval done here and you try to get settled during that time. That was one way. The other way was a language visa. People were taking admission here in some of the language institute, and according to that they are getting the visas for around 11 to 12 months, and during that time they come here, they get their documentation done and get their approval done and start working. After the Corona time, both hospitation and language visa both are right now banned. Government is not issuing that visa. The reason for that is all these language classes are now online. So the government are telling that sit at your home and learn language online. Don't need to come here for that thing. Another thing that people were used to do, like what people are doing for other countries like Canada, that people are getting admission in some side courses, for example MPH or MHA or MBA or something like that. They come here, they side by side study and side by side do their process, prepare for exams and then get the exams done. Now there is a big catch here, that German government has now changed the rules. They have now made the system like intention based invitation. So if you have your wrong intentions that you are coming here on some course and you are planning to change your course afterwards, which is not possible for Germany. They will deport you and you will have to come back here. I know some people who have tried that and they had to come back because there is no such system like Canada here. So you have to be very careful. If some agency or something are telling you that they will let you enter via that pathway and then they will help you to change that, which is not possible. So don't try to trap in those things. So now the question is, how can people right now come to Germany? Believe me, the process which I am going to tell you is a tried and tested process. I also came here to Germany with the same process. Even with the corona time, all the waves and all councils were closed and all visa sections and embassies were closed and working in a half staff. Even all those hurdles, I am here within a year time because of this process. So this is the only tried and tested and legal process which has been approved by German government. So explain this process, I will tell you first the pathway of the process, then I will tell you about the possible hurdles which you are going to face on your pathway and how to clear them. And third thing, I am going to tell you about some important tips you need to follow if you want to come to Germany. So let's get started. The first with the pathway. The pathway for coming to Germany is pretty simple. The most important thing here is that our bachelor's degree, which is MBBS for doctors and BDS for dentists, is valid in Germany. So because of that, you don't have to repeat your education what we have to do for USA. So it is a very big plus point. But the catch with this is that you need to get this degree approval and also equivalent around. The second most important thing for Germany is that everything here is in German language. People don't speak English here. So you have to be master in your German language. You have to learn the German language. So once you learn your German language and you will have the approval letter from any of the 16 states, you can apply for the visa. You have to come here. Here German government will take your one exam, which is the history taking exam in German language. In this exam, the primary goal of the examiners are not to test your knowledge, but to test your German speaking skills, that how you talk with the patient, how do you understand, how do you advise the patient. Even if you make some mistakes in Viva regarding knowledge, then it's okay, but they need a good fluency with your German language. So language is the very important part. So once you clear this exam, you will get a license to practice dentistry or license to be a doctor here for 2 years, which is your temporary license. During this time, you cannot open your own clinic or you cannot do your private practice. You have to work under any of the dentist or doctor in any clinics or any hospitals. You have to work there. You will start earning. And you will have to prepare yourself to give another exam, which is your final license exam, which is for doctors. It is again a Viva based exam. These exams, they focus on your knowledge and what you have learned during these years. And for dentists, it is practical and theory. In theory, it's again a Viva, and with the practical, it is some exercise which they give on the models. For example, crown cutting or filling or something like that, and you have to pass that. Once you clear this permanent license exam, you will get a permanent license here. After that, you can do whatever you want. If you want to continue your job, you can do that. If you want to open your clinic, you can do that. If you want to go for PG, then again you can do that also. But you cannot go directly into PG. You have to pass the permanent license exam first. How to become PG and what is the process for that, I will cover that in another video. Today's video is about the basic process. So this is the entire process in a nutshell. There are so many catches in this process, but this is the entire process. So when you compare it with the other countries, I would say that these exams are not competitive. These exams are easier because they are not MCQ based exams. So you don't have to worry about it. Just focus on your German language and you will get that done. Now coming to the second part, which I am going to discuss about what are the hurdles which you are going to face. Now hurdles are the things which are not in our hand. I don't consider a language or exams or teaching for the exams as a hurdle, because those things are in our hand. If you prepare nicely, if you prepare sincerely, you are going to crack this exam, not a big deal. Hurdles are the things which are not in our hand. So the first part of the hurdle which comes is in terms of documentation. Now, documentation is a very tricky process. You have to do a very proper documentation to get your degree approved. There are total 16 states in Germany. All will have their little bit different rules. You have to follow that. You need all your documents to get translated. Approved licensed translator which has been appointed by German Medical or Dental Council here. Also, you need to get those attested by embassy. You need to get those legalized and all those stuff. You need that in every proper way and you have to apply. I would advise you to take the help of professionals who are masters in doing this documentation process, these consultancies who help you with that. The sole reason is that Germany is a bureaucratic country. Here they work very slowly. So if you apply with any of the documents and if anything is missing, they will tell you after 3 to 4 months that yeah, this document is missing. You again have to reapply it. Then again you have to do it any of the missing. So you waste unnecessary time and money for that. And believe me, time is money here. The faster you get into the process, you faster start earning and you will recover those money which has been charged by these agencies or some consultancies. So my first advice is to always choose professionals to get this documentation done, get those done and come here faster. Now second hurdles which I am going to talk you is about the visa process. Now for visa, okay, now you have your approval in your hand, you have your German license here, your German language certificate with you. So now how to come to Germany? Well, in what ground you come to here to Germany? You will have to have an invitation letter from some institute which teach you about these license exams. So there is a huge catch in that. There are so many classes here. There are so many online courses, some crash courses, some cheap classes are also here which can teach you all those stuff around, even from range to 500 euros to 1500 euros or even 2000 euros. But don't get trapped into that, because these classes are not at all recognized by German government. If these classes are online, the government will not issue a visa to come here. They will say that it's online, why do you want to come here? Then there will be no way you can enter into Germany. There are no such visa other than that to enter into the Germany. So my advice is to get in the admission into the classes which are German government approved classes. Yes, these classes I am going to tell you, these classes are going to be very expensive. They will cost you around 6,000 to 7,000 euros for both of the exams. But believe me, these classes are amazing. They have a very long course time. They teach you in very much detail, and you will get so many other services which I will not able to tell you here. But believe me, those classes are really worth it. That will be the best investment you can do here to come into Germany. So this is the very, very important thing you have to keep in mind. Don't get trapped into this. Don't try to be cheap, because believe me, this money you can recover here in no time in Germany. But if you lose your months and lose your process, once you have this, once you stuck into the process, you will get frustrated. Do proper work and don't get trapped into the process. To the tips to come in here in Germany, I would like to say that you can start learning German language in India only. But I advise you to learn advanced German language, which is around B2 C1 levels. I will advise you to get that done from a German teacher after coming here, because believe me, these reputed institutes are very useful. They will teach you intensively, and all the courses are very nicely formulated, and you will be master in the language, because these are the very important thing for you. Don't try to take a shortcut in the process. Believe me, Germans are very smarter than us. If you try to find a loophole into the process, you will get stuck. So my advice, get into the process as soon as possible, because I would say we'll have a 2-3 years of this window to enter into the process easily, but maybe in future they might make this process difficult. So get enrolled into the process as soon as possible. Don't get trapped by doing everything on your own, and we don't waste your times. You will not going to save the money, but you are going to lose that money. Don't try to be cheap in terms of choosing your institutes. Get some professional help and get yourself into the process. Come here faster and start earning faster. Believe me, you will recover your money in no time. So I hope you will like this idea and you are clear about the entire process of how to come to Germany. Please subscribe to this video and share this video to share the knowledge with everyone and create the awareness, and don't get confused and stuck into the process. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.